Hey, you're listening to A Chat with Heart. I'm your host, Christina Martin. I'm a singer-songwriter, curious human. I live on a dirt road in rural Nova Scotia with my partner in crime, Dale, and our calico cat, Olivia. This podcast is basically just me chatting with people I admire. I like to ask questions that feed my curiosity, and my guests have all taught me something. They either crack me up or they punch me right in the feels. If you've got questions, comments, or a burning desire to join the conversation, please call my Heartbeat hotline, day or night. It's 1-902-669-4769. You can also email me at christinamartinmusic@gmail.com. And if you want to throw a little love my way and help keep this thing going, visit my Patreon page. That's how artists like me get paid. Thanks for showing up. Warning, heartfelt content ahead. If we just talk about it, we could shine a light, we could break a dark day. If we just talk about it, we can cut away, we can make a brighter day. Hi, before we dive in, I just want to do a quick update from the road. When I say road, I mean home, because I haven't been playing a lot of shows lately, and so that's why I'm really excited. I've got these shows coming up with my trio and a string ensemble. Yes, we're getting fancy. We'll be performing in Halifax, Truro, and Annapolis Royal in early September. Some really beautiful venues. So please grab your tickets at christinamartin.net. Please tell your friends. Do that thing where you call them on the phone and try to convince them to come along with you. I bet they'll go. Like, people usually love getting phone calls and then invited to things. Don't wait on it. These shows are going to be very special. I cannot wait, but I will wait because I'm taking the summer to write more and just be creative. All right. Yeah, thanks. Cool. Speaking of which, I should wish you a good summer. If that's the season in your part of the world where you're listening from. Listen, this episode, it's a bit of a ride. Literally. It's me and my mom in the car driving between Halifax and Ingrimport, Nova Scotia. So we were heading to visit my friend Kristen Harrington on the opening day of her gallery in Ingrimport. It's called Togetherland, and it's a very special place. So please check it out. Kristen Harrington, Togetherland. So while Mom and I are cruising down the highway, I asked my mom to open up about her breast cancer journey. From the moment she noticed something wasn't quite right to her diagnosis and her treatment and all the new territory that she is still experiencing. My mom was born in the 1940s, and she grew up in a small town called St. Leonard in the province of New Brunswick. She is French-Canadian, a retired nurse, and mother to 3 kids, myself, my brother Alexander, and my brother Stefan. She hung up her stethoscope. I think I ever saw her wearing a stethoscope, but I do know she had one, like, at the house somewhere. But anyway, she hung up her stethoscope when she was 65. And, my cat Olivia, my beautiful calico cat, is just jumped up on the desk and wants to be a part of this episode. You have anything you want to say, Olivia? Sometimes when I ask her a question, she does meow, but it's usually, I think she's just telling me that she wants food. Olivia, please stop chewing the cables. I really need those to work, and I can't afford to buy new ones. Okay, sweetie? No, this isn't. Oh, she's purring. Olivia, stop it. No, Olivia, this whole episode is going to be me convincing Olivia to stop. Come here, you. Oh, you little naughty girl. Okay, she's in my arms now. Okay, so let me get her comfy. Olivia, stop fighting it. There we go. I've got her in her bed now. Okay, so back to my mom. Mom retired and she was 65 from nursing, and she's an incredible caregiver. Like she was one of the nursing made sense for her is what I'm trying to say, because she's like, all she wants to do is care for other people. So anyway, mom, just before the pandemic hit, she was living in Grand Falls, New Brunswick, and that's where I went to high school and middle school and partially elementary school. But anyway, I somehow convinced her to move to Halifax so she could be closer to us. And honestly, it's one of the best moves she's ever made for so many reasons. She lives with her cat Lola, and she really loves her life. So the whole time she was fighting cancer, well, again, she still is, I got to spend a lot more time with my mom, and I witnessed her strength like I'd never witnessed it before. Also, because I was with her, way more than I typically would have been before that. I got to experience like, geez, how calm she is, like in, dire straits, like in her vulnerability. And also, like, she never lost her shit on anyone. She's like the kindest person I know. Like I lose my shit with her, and she just puts up with it. But I honestly have never expected to feel this kind of closeness with my mom, like at this point in our lives. And that is a gift I'm not taking lightly. Yeah, I'm really grateful. So cancer touches everyone pretty much. Like, I'd be shocked if you, yourself have not experienced cancer in some form or fashion, which is sad. But I do hope that my mom's story, I do believe her story, her voice, her honesty might bring comfort or connection to someone else in a similar situation. Stick around until the end. This is a very wise woman. She's a special one for sure. Thanks, Mom, for doing this if you're listening. But stick around till the end, because I will be playing a song I wrote for my mom. It's called Things You Can't Tell by Looking Her Way. I think you'll get it once you hear her story. Okay, let's hit the road with my mom. We're in the car recording a little chat with her. Welcome to the podcast, Mom.
Oh, hi.
Cecile, what's your middle name?
Cecile and Marie-Madeleine Martin.
You have two middle names?
Oh, well, I might as well say my French name also, Malenfant Martin.
Yeah, sure, why not? But what, you have two middle names?
Yeah, and Marie-Madeleine. My
Did not know
godmother gave me those names.
Oh, who is your godmother?
Aunt Emma, she died years ago.
Yeah, I imagine. Because you're, 78 now?
77.
Oops, 77. Okay. So many women get breast cancer. I thought it would be very helpful for them to hear your experience with breast cancer. So take me back to the first time you noticed there might be something out of the ordinary.
First of all, I was in nursing, and I did my monthly breast exams all the time. And in the end of November 2023, I noticed while taking my shower that I had a lump there that wasn't there the previous month, and it was not small. Anyways, and I tried to reach my doctor. He was on vacation, but I saw him middle of December, and I went to him, and I said, we have a little problem here. We have a little lump in the right breast, and I know it's cancerous because of the way it's growing and the size.
You've seen it too. You've seen what...
I've seen things before, so I knew what to expect because I treated a lot of patients and nursing, all kinds of things. Anyways, and I said and he got the ball rolling, and by the time it got to the women's center, the surgeon, everything, he referred me to the IWK Women's Center, which was fantastic place to go.
So this was in November.
This was at the beginning of January, February. And they did biopsy.
Oh, I thought you knew before Christmas and didn't say anything.
Oh, I didn't say anything because I didn't have a real written down diagnosis.
Okay, but
I didn't want to scare the family or friends or anybody. No. There was nothing I could do, and I wanted to be sure before I didn't want to worry anyone.
But you noticed it before Christmas in November, and then you were able to get a biopsy in January?
In January, and by beginning of February, I received the diagnosis that it was ductal cancer.
What does that mean, ductal cancer?
Ductal, it's in the ducts in the breast.
It's in the breast
and it's
ducts.
Invasive.
Invasive.
Invasive means which it spreads.
It's spreading, okay.
Anyways.
Was that scary?
So I told you that. Was it scary? Nope. I was very calm because I'd prepared myself well. And I said to myself, okay, Cecile, you have cancer. You could have kidney disease. You could have respiratory problems or all kinds of heart problems, but you have cancer.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to live with it and do what I can.
So then, was it very long before you were diagnosed and then the treatment started?
No, then after the diagnosis and we knew what it was, I saw the surgeon and we had a first surgery, which was removal. I decided to have my breast removed because they would have taken maybe almost half off. So I said, take it all off.
You would have had a mutant boob.
Yep, no boob, just bones.
Oh, yeah, there's no boob there anymore.
There's no boob there.
Okay, slow down, because that's a big deal for a lot of women. And maybe you seem to not let it bother you. And I probably wouldn't care if they took my boobs off either. But some women, really like their breasts, and it's sort of like a part of their identity as a woman. And it's scary, but you were fine with it.
The thing is, I was older, and I don't have a partner, or, that it's very important to, how it is to some partners, they need boobs.
They need boobs.
So I said, I had my children, I don't need to breastfeed, that's what boobs are there for.
Doesn't Alex breastfeed still? Or my brother?
No.
He's 1 year older than me.
He breastfed, but I didn't keep him breastfed for a long time.
Oh, he stopped. I thought he was still breastfeeding.
Oh my God, are you crazy, you?
No? Okay. Cool.
Alexander's 43.
I thought that.
I was not one of 43. Those mothers.
I think he's 47, Mom.
He's 47, something like that.
But I thought he was, okay. So that's good to know.
No.
Okay.
And I didn't breastfeed you because we were traveling, and I was worried at that time, and it would have gone into
so I just had corn syrup. That's what you fed me.
No, you didn't have corn syrup. You had Enfalac. I prepared it every day. You had a can every day.
Okay, so let's not make this about me and my lack of breast food.
Back to cancer.
So you were like, I don't need this boob. Get rid of it.
Of course, it hurts you. You don't want it, but when you have it, why make a fuss?
Right. When you have
not
cancer.
Everybody's like that, because that's me.
Right.
Because I'm like that, and I'm very calm in situations.
So you were actually. I witnessed this the whole time. You were incredible. Let's talk a little bit about the actual breast removal, the surgery itself, and the healing. Okay. What was your experience?
The first surgery, they removed the breast, and they removed 5 lymph nodes in my breast and stretching out a little bit.
Because they noticed there was more when they got in. There was more cancer.
They did a biopsy of the tissue they removed, and they found that the lymph nodes there were positive. So then the next step was a second surgery.
Whoa, hold on. I think it'd be helpful to people to know, was that a painful surgery, and how long was the recovery?
Oh, the surgery went okay to me. It's like any surgery. To me, it wasn't scary or anything because I had worked with those things.
Yeah.
But anyways, the surgery went well. The wound healed, and everything went well. And then I had a second surgery.
What, how long was
a couple of months? couple of months.
So you had time to heal. There was no treatment in between there?
No treatment in between there.
Okay.
And I went for axilla surgery. They removed the lymph nodes, and only one with the biopsy was positive. One lymph node out of 11, so that's a good.
I thought you had your chemo and then you had the lymph nodes removed.
No, I had that, and then I had chemo.
Okay.
And
are you sure you didn't have the lymph nodes removed after chemo, and then that's when they found the dead cancer because the chemo had killed it?
No.
Yeah, because you. Yes. Oh, okay. I'm going to correct you because here's what happened.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I know, because Mom maybe a bit of chemo brain, but here's what happened. From my memory is that you had the breast removed. They took out a bunch of lymph nodes to test them. They all had cancer in them, all of them. That's when they said, okay, now we're going to give you. You're going to do chemo, then you're going to have another surgery to remove more lymph nodes, and then you're going to do radiation depending on what we find from the next surgery. So you went through a summer of 4 sessions of chemotherapy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then you had a surgery in August because you were healing at my show.
Yes, that's true.
So, okay, so you healed from the breast surgery, and they were pretty quick to start your chemo.
Yeah.
And what was that like for you?
For me, it was very hard because every chemo treatment I had side effects, and I had to be hospitalized. But during that, I got COVID.
Yeah. You had a
blood clots.
You had a blood clot in your leg.
I had back pain. The first chemo was heavy back pain for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Then the second one was blood clots. Then the third one was chemo. The last one, they readjusted my meds at chemo, and I did okay. I tolerated that well.
You were scared to get nauseous, but how was your nausea controlled?
No problem with nausea.
You were treated for, they gave you...
Yeah, they gave me the Zofran before and after the chemo treatment.
So they're getting pretty good at balancing out, chemotherapy has come a long way in how they distribute nausea and pain treatments.
They prepare you before and give you some nausea medication that's pretty heavy, and they give it to you for a day or two after, and then if you need something else, you have it prescribed, which I didn't need.
Right, okay. And what in that time of your chemotherapy, when you noticed something wasn't right, you didn't feel right, what did you do? Did you have a phone number you could call?
Yes, I had a direct line that they would answer within 3 days. They were off on the weekend. Of course, my side effects appeared on the weekend, so I tolerated them, or as best I could. But I got in touch with them, and I saw them, and I was followed pretty closely with the oncologist.
And so did you feel, and you had a backup plan? You have the little yellow, there's an actual cancer card. You know how we say sometimes,
yes.
You played the cancer card when you got stopped by the cops speeding.
Yeah.
But you actually have a little yellow card that says, I have cancer.
If I had to go to the hospital, I had to watch my temperature.
Yeah.
And if it was 37 or higher, I went to emergency, and you were seen right away, and they started blood cultures and different things.
Did you take advantage of that yellow card ever?
Yes, I did once.
Just to let people know listening, we're driving in the car.
And
for the background noises.
I used it because my temperature was 37.4 and went up, and went to the hospital. My white cells were really down, and they took swabs, they noticed that I had COVID, but my temperature was down the day after I started IV treatments. So I didn't have any side effects with COVID, and I went home within a few days.
They had kept you just for precaution.
Yeah, because I was positive for COVID. And I
You did good. You did good considering you had low blood cell count because of your chemo, and you had COVID, but you also...
throughout all my chemo treatments, my appetite was diminished. I had to force myself to eat.
Yeah.
But I did often and hydrated well.
Okay, and then you had a little bit of time off of your last chemo and then went back into surgery to remove more lymph nodes and have those tested. And what were the results from that?
I had 11 lymph nodes removed from my axilla area, and out of 11 lymph nodes, only one was positive for cancer.
For living cancer.
So they took off everything.
And
I had a drain again and the whole thing, and then the drain blocked, so they removed it.
and then next came radiation, and how was that?
I healed. Radiation was easier. I have to mention that I had the very good support of my family. My daughter, my son did very good. My daughter was there for everything I needed, and I kept being independent as much as I could.
What's your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Christina Martin, and I'm very proud of her.
What's your son's name?
My son's name is Alexander Martin, and he did what he could. He cooked for me for the few days after surgery, and he chopped a lot of apples because I loved apples.
Alexander lives in Columbus, Ohio, so it was harder for him to be there all the time, but he was a big support, and he called you pretty much every day, didn't he?
Oh, he calls every day still.
So
almost.
Annoying.
It is annoying.
Mama's boy.
But I appreciate him. I don't complain.
Mama's boy.
And also, friends of my daughter, who I didn't even know from Europe, I received cards from them in support, and everybody was great support.
Did you like the attention?
I'm not one to seek attention, but it was very much appreciated.
Yeah.
It was very good.
So now, after radiation, what's the prognosis now? Like, and what are you on?
I'm supposed to be free, cancer-free. They say they don't call it remission anymore. Not with my case. And I'm taking a chemo pill for 2 years, twice a day, with an hormone pill to diminish the estrogen because cancer feeds on estrogen.
Your particular type of cancer feeds on estrogen. Not all cancers.
Yeah. And cancer of the breast. And I had the most common one, so they've been working on it for a long time and doing experiments. So I hope this medication I'm taking is going to work. I have side effects, of course.
What are the side effects?
Well, the worst one is diarrhea, but they supply the Imodium.
Great.
Free by the 100, and I can be 3-4 days without diarrhea, but I control it fast. I have had no accidents or anything.
I should do a trigger warning for anyone who gets triggered by hearing about people talk about diarrhea.
It's not the end of the world. It's not diarrhea like when you get infected with a virus or a bacteria. It's cramps.
Yeah.
I'm advised before. I know what it feels like when it comes, and I'm careful. I watch for it. Okay. The only thing it's disturbed my sleep because most of it all the time is during the night. But I'm a good sleeper. I fall asleep fast.
And you're retired, so it's like a little bit. I mean, not that it's easy, but it's easier that you don't have to worry about if you miss sleep the next day. You can just nap. You don't have to go to work.
I'm weak. Because of that and everything I went through. But no, it's not the end of the world.
And now you're at a place where you told me you're going to start going to a fitness or a
fitness health wellness program with the Queenie too.
This is provided from the government of Canada or the
Canada and Canacer.
So it's free. And what are they going to provide you with?
Well, first of all, there's a big survey. They ask questions about my health, my habits, everything. There's quite a few questionnaires. And then I'm doing it to make sure that I can regain my strength back. I'm weak in the legs, but I can still walk, but I tire more easily than before.
Yeah.
So, and I have to train, and I need resistance training, and they're going to follow me properly for my condition. And it's a 12-week program.
That's fantastic.
Twice a day I go to the hospital for that program.
Twice a day?
Twice a week.
Oh, God. I was like, wow.
I go twice a week.
Yeah.
And they'll, it's about 45 to an hour sleep program.
Good.
And I'll have to write a diary of what I do at the house. I'll probably have something to do.
Like what you eat and what you do for exercise?
Probably. I don't know yet.
That'll be great. I think everyone could benefit from that, myself included.
Well, if it can help people, that's why I'm doing it. Because I'm not the only one. And me, I hate exercises. I'm lazy. But I'm going to do it. And if it helps me, it means that it'll help everybody else.
Yes, that's right.
And it's going to be geared towards my necessities.
Yeah.
So,
excellent.
Anyways, that's it.
So when you're done your treatments, do you have anything you're looking forward to?
Well, first of all, during the treatment, the chemo, I had to have my hair shaved. And I'm going to keep my hair. The future is I hope it doesn't come back. If it comes back, we'll deal with it then. I don't think of it daily.
Yeah.
I think of the pills that I have to take and not forget to take them. That's the worst thing, but I haven't skipped. You get into routines so you don't forget.
Yeah.
You have little tricks. You don't forget to take your meds because it's very important.
What tricks? Like, do you set an alarm?
No, I don't set alarms. I take...
Speaking of which, I'm going to take my pill right now. I forgot to take my pill, not a cancer pill. But...
So I'm treated with with blood thinners.
Yeah.
And I take them in the morning. I used to take them twice a day, and I asked my specialist, the hematologist, if I could take them once a day. And he said, sure. So in the morning, I take my pills.
Yeah.
And at night, I only have my chemo pill to take. And what I do is I put my bubble pack, my thing that I prepare, near my bed, so I don't forget it when I go to bed.
That's good.
Because I would forget it.
Yeah, I would forget it too.
But in the morning, I take it around my breakfast time.
That's great, Mom. Well, from my perspective, you were a shining patient, very inspiring, and I want to thank you for sharing your experience with my Little Heartbeat listeners and with me, and I really cherish, it sounds cheesy, but I cherish, or I'm very grateful for the time we've spent and how our relationship has flourished, and I enjoy spending time with you.
And thank you. And if ever someone who is listening, whoever is involved with people who have a diagnostic of cancer, or the person itself going through it, to seek help and not be scared to ask for help. Everybody's different. So
it's true.
And you heal in your own way.
Yeah.
And don't let it stop you from living. Because ever since I was little, I've always lived the moment. And I'm glad I did. I didn't wait for retirement.
Right. But I thought you were going to say people could get in touch with you and ask you questions. No, you don't want anybody to get in touch with you? That's okay.
If I can help someone, why not?
Well, this will help people, but you don't have to take calls. But
well, if ever they want to call and ask and they want support, I'm free to help, but I don't have an open line for that.
She doesn't, but I have a heartbeat hotline people can call.
Yeah.
So if you want to get in touch, you can call my heartbeat hotline. The number's at the beginning and end of the podcast. And I could definitely connect you with my mom if you leave your name and number or your email. Or if you just want to leave a comment for Mom, we'll play it on the podcast. I'll make sure she hears it. And thanks, Mom. I wish you at least 30 more years of health, and then we'll talk after that.
Fantastic.
Okay, love you.
I love you too, and good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Welcome to the Heartbeat Hotline, 1-902-669-4769. I'm the host of A Chat with Heart podcast, Christina Martin, and I'm so excited you called. Leave me your question, a suggestion for the podcast, or a comment about this episode. Please be aware your message may be used on the podcast and social media. Tell me your name, where you're calling from, and it's also fine if you want to remain anonymous. Thanks for listening. Have a great fucking day. Hey, thanks for listening to A Chat with Heart, produced by me, Christina Martin. Co-produced and engineered by my partner in life and sound, Dale Murray. Dale's not just a wizard with knobs, he's also a killer singer-songwriter, session musician, and music producer. Go snoop around his world at dalemurray.ca. The podcast theme song, Talk About It, and I Don't Want to Say Goodbye to You were written by me and recorded by Dale. Want to support what we do? You can snag CDs, vinyl, digital music, and some weirdly delightful merch like custom puzzles and temporary tattoo packs over on my Bandcamp. If you're into keeping indie art alive or just want good karma, become a monthly or yearly member on my Patreon. It's a platform that helps creators get paid to keep making stuff we love. I swear by it. Sign up, free or paid, at patreon.com/Christina Martin. If this podcast made you laugh, cry, think, or rage text your best friend, do me a solid, share it, rate it, review it, and hit that follow or subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts. And to all my little heartbeat listeners, stay weird, stay tender, and I'll catch you next time.